Hey guys, my name is Ben Howard. We're out here at North Greenville University to take a look at the MVP Trail. If you haven't heard of this disc, this is probably the most popular fairway driver on the market at the moment. I've heard some mixed reviews about it. Some people saying that it's like just a really straight fairway driver, while others saying it's like something you can like hyzer flip to be really straight, or like a really beginner friendly, like almost like a first distance driver type disc. In the hand, it does feel a little bit more understable than I was expecting, and it does have a great dome to it, which is really surprising considering this is MVP. I brought the disc that's I figure would be the closest comparison to this in my bag, which is my New Testament Arc. This one will like turn a little bit for me, but it has a pretty reliable finish near the end, unless there's some kind of wind or something like that. And that's about what I'm imagining out of this. Maybe not quite as harsh of a finish as you'll get out of the Arc, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is gonna fly, so let's go ahead and get into it and find out. All right guys, so for hole one, we've got a par 3, 237 feet. Basket straight ahead down this row of trees. Biggest thing to pay attention to is got OB off to the left, marked by the concrete. This isn't a great hole for the trail, but this will be just a nice hole to get warmed up on and gives us a chance for an ace. So I'm gonna go with the Arc first and then we'll try the trail. Oh man. Whew. Oh, and I went past the OB too. Anti-skip. Oh, okay, that's a putt. There we go. All right, so for hole two, we've got a par 3, 280 feet. You see the basket straight ahead on top of the hill. Pretty much just gonna go straight at it with both of these. I think they'll both do pretty well. Let's see, we'll throw the trail first this time. Like I said, just straight at the basket. Oh, I pulled it. There's the turn I was expecting out of it. Oof. Now for the Arc. There we go. And that's parked. Oops. Ah, dang it. Still roll, please. All right, now that I'm done playing on the side of that hill, we're on hole 3. This one's a par 3, 290 feet. The basket's on the other side of the hill. Just to the left of this big bush you can see right here. Best play is just gonna be throwing a hyzer straight at that bush, get the fade off of it. I don't think I'll have to worry about these just pushing too far on hyzer and getting into that bush. Even if they do, they'll probably just kind of kick back out, and that'll give me like a 30-ish footer. So main thing I don't want to do is just have them hyzer out early. Let's see, we'll go with the trail first. Oh, what? Wow, okay. That actually flipped up and turned a little bit. I was not expecting that. Okay. That's more I was expecting. Flip up and then fade. Still pushed it a little too far, but that should be a putt. Okay, so the trail ended up basically in the middle of that bush, and I don't want to play from in there. So we're just gonna play from the Arc. Ooh. Okay, so after that hole, I think we've got a pretty good idea of what the trail flies like. I wasn't sure what kind of flip we were gonna be getting out of it, but that was a really nice flight. So I'm really looking forward to getting to throw some more shots with it, especially coming into like the back, like 3 holes. This disc is gonna be pretty much perfect for that. Yeah, I think we're just gonna be throwing the trail for the rest of the video because the difference between this and the Arc is pretty clear at this point. But right now we're on hole 4. This one's a par 3, 240 feet. Baskets through this gap tucked off to the left. Pretty much just have to throw a hyzer at these telephone poles on the right, get the fade off of them down there to the basket. Pretty simple shot. Only thing I'm really worried about with this disc is going long, but even then, that's really not that bad. Yep, that looks perfect. Ah, dang it. All right, guys, so for hole 5, got a par 3, 270 feet. Basket straight ahead on island green. If you want to land anywhere 1 inch short of the basket, because that's where you got the most room. But man, the only bad thing with this is I'm throwing 10 speed, which is more than likely going to go long. So I need to take some power off of it, put on some hyzer, throw it to the right. This might flip up a little bit, but as long as I don't get this to flip over, it should be fine. Wow. Like even throwing it that soft, like that was probably 50%, maybe even closer to like 40%. I still got it to go 250 feet, slightly uphill. But even while throwing it that low speed, you can see I still got some flip out of it. Still got some really great push, which is pretty surprising for a 10 speed. With the 10 speed, you'd think it'd be like, if I threw it that soft, it wouldn't, at least it wouldn't flip, but still flipped, still flew pretty far. Really liking this thing so far. All right, guys, so for hole 6, we've got a par 4. It's 528 feet. You can actually see the basket. It's between the 4th and the 5th tree over here on the right. But we have a Mando around these 2 buildings right here that we got to go left side of and cut the corner. As long as I get down there past the buildings at all, even like on the hill you can see straight in front of us, it's pretty easy up and down. Granted, I'm gonna have to throw this thing, which isn't gonna make it as easy as it should be, but off the tee we can cut out like 80% of the hole. One thing I'm tempted to really try though is like a roller, because this, I feel like with how much it flipped, it could be a really good roller, but not very confident with that at the moment. So I'm probably just gonna do a similar shot to what I did on hole 3. I threw it in the ground. Skip. Nope. Dang. Uh-oh. Oh, made the Mando. Okay, so from here you can see the back door entrance to the green. The main thing I gotta pay attention to though is these metal stakes you can see right here mark the OB line behind the basket. So you go right at them and then fade off of them pretty hard. Ah. Dang it. Okay, I might have a putt from there. Ooh, that was really close. All right, guys, so for hole 7, we've got a par 3, 270 feet. Basket straight ahead, tucked into the tree line just a little bit. This is like the perfect shot for a disc like this, because even if I do go long, there's a bunch of trees behind the basket that'll slow it down to at least to the point where, like, if I get far enough in there, it's just really unlucky. So as long as I hit the height right, give this a good angle, should be fine. Give it like a touch of hyzer, straight at the basket. Too much hyzer, but okay, I got pretty lucky. There we go. Nice. Can I pick up the disc, please? All right, guys, for hole 8, we got a par 4, 450 feet. Basket's down this way, tucked off into the woods. We've got a right to left wind, which is gonna make this shot a little bit harder, because this is one I was planning on just throwing this flat, like almost at the wood line, and just kind of let it turn off of it. But the wind's not that strong. I'll try it. I'm just worried about it kind of dropping the disc, but as long as I don't get it to like fade out at all, this will be fine, because if the wind gets under, it's going to carry it way left, and I don't want to be in the woods on the left. Let's see. What? Okay, that time it just acted overstable. Alright, so I don't know if y'all are going to be able to hear me or not. Should be able to, but from where I landed, I'm going to have to kind of just chunk and prey on this one. So hopefully you'll see a disc come flying in the screen, but we will find out together. Oh yeah, go, go. Heck yeah. Oh, dang it. I thought that might be my way, but I thought I could ignore it. Dang it. All right, guys, we're on hole 9, final hole of the video. This one's a par 3, like 400-ish feet. You see it straight in front of us. Biggest thing to pay attention to is got the running track off to the right, which is out of bounds, which is really going to come into play because we got a headwind. So I think I'm just going to try and hit this hard on some hyzer. I guess just kind of out to the left a little bit. Yeah, just out to the, out to the left a little bit. Just see if we can get up there for at least like maybe a circle 2 look, but we're gonna get lucky if we get that. If I threw it higher, maybe you'd get there, but it's thrown in the ground. All right, luckily we got a nice backstop, so see if we can give this a little bit of a bid. If it was higher. All right, guys, that finished up our round out here with the trail. Like I said at the beginning, I wasn't really too sure what to expect out of this, and it's kind of just landed in the middle for me, at least when it came to like things I had heard. Because like I said at the beginning, like I had heard people say these were straight to kind of overstable, all the way to like they were pretty flippy. But I would say this reflects its flight numbers pretty well. Maybe even almost like a -2-1, something like that, where because I was getting a little bit more turn out of this than I was fade. The only time this really ever faded was on hole 8. But this is one of those fairway drivers that's going to do a lot of different things for a lot of different people. If you're a beginner player, this is going to be a really good first like experimental distance driver or just fast fairway driver really. But the higher you go in arm speed and skill level, this is going to turn into that like disc you use for those tight wooded fairways where you need like a late flip up that'll turn, or just a really straight shot that goes pretty far. I'm tempted to throw this in the bag, but the only thing is this disc is just going to take a lot of time and effort to learn, because this disc is just a little too touchy for me, where like you can see on hole 8, if I don't throw it well or I don't hit it hard, it's going to fade. Or I can throw it too hard like on hole 3 and get it to flip up and turn over. So I would just need to put a lot of time and effort to really learn this disc, and ultimately I just don't really think it's really that worth it. But I'll probably keep this in the car and just have it in case I need it for something. But yeah, guys, if you have any other recommendations for discs I should try that you think I'd like, or just want to see me throw, please let me know down in the comments. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and have a good one.